Well, what's going on, gang? I got something cool on the table. At least I like it. This is something from Spyderco. This is not a new knife by any stretch of the imagination, but it is new to me. This is the SpyOpera, another of the excellent collaborations between Spyderco and Lion Steel. I really dig this thing. I actually picked this up because I realized that I really like the collaborations between Spyderco and Lion Steel, and I have 3 of them, so I'm hunting for all of them, and I think I'm about there. The SpyOpera is it's a small knife, as you can see. This is the Sprint Run. I got this from Blade HQ. These are expensive, but the standard one is not, and I think it's probably worth your time and attention if you're looking for just kind of a really nice pocket dropper. Not super heavy, comfortable to hold, right? It's probably a good choice for you. This one is in Damasteel and steel liners with carbon fiber. Yeah, these are about $400, so I'm not going to recommend that you run out and get one of these. On the other hand, the standard edition is $196, and it's an M390. Right now, it's in kind of an ugly orange scale. I think it's micarta. You can get that on Blade HQ as well. But they make other editions and other versions. It takes something special for a small knife to stand out to me. Now, I've had this for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks at this point, and I have really enjoyed both the carry and the using of this knife. It's good stuff. It is. It was too expensive. I'm not going to lie to you. Every time I think about how much I spent on it, I get a little upset. But that's the life of a knife collector. So while we're doing the review on this, if you want, just pretend that this is M390 and this is orange micarta, kind of a brown micarta. Because everything else is the same, right? This is just kind of a fancy edition. Let's take a look what you get for your $196, or in this case, $400. You get a little over 2.5 inches of cutting on just shy of 3 inches, 2 3/4 inches or so of either M390 or in this case Damasteel. The grip area from behind that swell is about 3.5 all the way to the end, and there's no reason not to go all the way to the end. It's very light, right? You get that sort of traditional Spyderco blade made a little different because of the Lion Steel. I'm sorry, but that Damasteel is beautiful. The Damasteel in this case is a combination. One of the things I like about Spyderco is it doesn't just say Damasteel. It is RWL 34 and PMC 27 steel combined by the company Damasteel to make this particular pattern. I don't know, man. I think this thing is cool. You may not be your jam, but if you're going to get a small knife, it's a lockback, which I think is a really neat feature. So it's durable, it's functional. Let me show you some things that I do like. So one of the things that Lion Steel likes to do is all of their stuff is crowned, right? They round off the edges so that it's a comfortable place to put your thumb. But back here, even the lockback bar is crowned. Right? There's a lot of small details that went into this that make it, well, just very nice. Anyway, tip to tail, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3, little over 6 3/4 inches. This is definitely a small knife. Closed length, line it up on there. It is just 4 inches. The in the pocket experience is a little interesting because of the swell here for the Spidey hole. We're coming out to 1.5 inches, right? But in the pocket, it sort of disappears. It's got a lovely deep hairy clip in their wire clip. Again, if you don't like Spyderco's wire clips, you can go on to Lynch Northwest and get yourself a really nice titanium clip for $30-$40, whatever it is. You can go to EXG gear. Let me try that again, only this time get the name right. MXG gear. God, I'm tired. And get yourself one for about $30, $27. Anyway, I don't mind their wire clips. What else do I have with a wire clip recently? Oh, yeah. I've got the really nice Asher here with a wire clip. Anyway. And because they do a standard size, everybody who makes aftermarket wire clips, you can replace that. Now, on this edition, and I'm not sure this is true on all of them, the body screws have pattern on them. See that? Kind of a... well, these are 6-pointed stars. This one is just kind of a triad. I don't know what to call that, but I just think this thing is cool. You may not, right? I do. Let's do some size comparisons. I had it out. I had a bug out. Let's do the bug out. There it is against the bug out. As you can see, the SpyOpera is considerably smaller than a standard bug out. What else do we have? How about a Iridium from the folks at Kershaw? Considerably larger than the SpyOpera here. I'm trying to see if I have anything that is nearly this small. And I don't. So let's put it up against a classic. How about the 940? Yeah. So the SpyOpera is a small knife, but there's space for that. There's reason for that. It is nice and lightweight. Well, I keep saying it. Let's see exactly how lightweight it is, shall we? I had an interesting conversation not that long ago with some of the guys that I know that do YouTube stuff. And they were talking about the editing software that they use. Are we not going to work? There we go. The editing software that they use. And I had to laugh because I don't edit anything. These videos are done in one stretch, top to bottom, which is often why if I misspeak a couple of times in a video, you're going to get that because I'm not remaking the whole video and I'm not going to get into doing editing. 2.7 ounces. So a baseline bug out is 1.8 ounces. The aluminum scale bug out is 2.5. So this is absolutely in lightweight knife territory. Let's see how much of that Damasteel they give you. Let's make sure that's zeroed, shall we? So 2.8 millimeters. All right. Yeah, 2.8 millimeters, not too bad. Thickest point through the middle there, we're talking about 12 millimeters, which is less than half an inch. The Spyderco Lion Steel collabs, the Spy Nano, SpyOpera, the Spy Mito, which is a personal favorite of mine, all are excellent knives. I love that when they do a collaboration with Lion Steel, they let Lion Steel, they don't just say, here, make this knife. They actually collaborate. So all of these are kind of Spyder code versions of existing Lion Steel knives. And I love what happens when they get together. I am not going to recommend that you run out and spend $400 on this edition. Because, I mean, unless you really want a nice Damasteel knife, that's up to you. I am going to suggest that you follow the link in the description and go check out Blade HQ, or maybe I'll find a couple of links, and go look at the standard edition, which is coming in at under $200, which for a Spyderco and M390, that's pretty good. Anyway, this is the SpyOpera, the newest addition to my Spyderco collection, and a very cool small knife. I hope you've enjoyed this look at it. I know I have enjoyed carrying it, which says a lot. I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you have any questions about this or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments below. Remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.